This is what's happening in Valencia. What has happened and what's happening right now. I don't know what's on international news, so the objective of this video is to share awareness. Valencia is a city in Spain in the eastern coast. And last week on Tuesday, the 29th of October, one of the deadliest natural disasters in Spanish history happened. There were massive floods, tornadoes, and really strong winds. In just a few hours, there was the equivalent of a year in rain. This devastated entire towns, leaving thousands of people trapped inside their cars, in their garages, inside shops, or in the middle of the nowhere in the floods. The affected towns were basically in an inclination, so everything which was swept from one town was washed to another. This came unexpectedly and could not have been prevented because about 12 hours after the rain had started was when the authorities sent the alert to the mobile phones of the Valencians. Obviously, by then, several towns were already flooded and thousands of people were trapped and missing. Many people have lost absolutely everything: their houses, their cars, their jobs, their pets, and even family members. The flood had reached the ceilings of ground floors, and obviously all garages and parkings are completely full and flooded. Streets and houses full of mud. So, what happened after this? Valencian citizens felt absolutely abandoned by their governor, MENT. I don't want to get restricted. They did practically nothing. Practically no military, no firefighters, no one to find missing people, nothing. And on top of everything, some individuals took advantage of this disaster to rob broken houses and shops. So what did we do? Thanks to social media, all kinds of people living around Spain came together to help our neighbours. Boiling hot today. Thousands and thousands of people traveled to Valencia to volunteer, cleaning the destroyed streets and houses, finding disappeared or people and pets, giving them water and food. Nearly everyone in our country is donating supplies and materials to collection points, which are transported by other volunteers to Valencia. The slogan is "The people help the people." After many exhausting days, the people from above are still doing practically nothing. The military, the police, the firefighters, everyone was anxious of going, but they still didn't have permission to go. They'd have to go with common clothes and without machinery if they wanted to help out. So basically, all heavy machinery and specialists which were appearing were volunteers. Many countries offered help, such as Argentina, El Salvador, and France, and it was all rejected. When it's obvious Valencia did need help, and does. On Sunday, the 3rd of November, the President of Spain, our King and Queen, and the Generalitat of Valencia, which is basically the person who rules there, suddenly appeared in the affected zones. Most people booed them and wanted them to leave to keep cleaning. Some Valencians were able to speak with the King and Queen, crying for help to be sent. Anyways, the day after, Monday, I was there and I personally didn't see any militaries. I only saw 2 men from logistics. They told us that in their division there are 2,000 and they only sent 20 of them to come and help. Anyways, I think now they're finally sending help. 1 whole week after begging. Here in Spain, we're very angry because many could have been prevented if that alert had come on time. And many damages could have been minimised if they'd sent our emergency services on time. As well, the media's not saying the truth about the number of... For example, in a specific town, they said that only 6 people had. But then I came across a girl which lived in that town, which told me that 6 people with a number of bodies, her herself, with her friends, had taken out of only 1 garage in 1 morning. It's been 1 week and the towns are still completely destroyed. In many places, they still don't have electricity nor mobile signal. All types of people living here are still volunteering, donating and sharing information. Thousands of people are still going. The water mud is now infected because it's all mixed together from the drains, from bodies. They are finding cars and lorries from volunteers, but we are still together and we are still doing everything we can. Thank you very much for listening, and all interaction would be appreciated to be able to share awareness of what's happening in Spain, Valencia.